Let's take a look at everything announced in the Tokyo Ghoul stream, which includes information on the new Blood Moon event, some of the future cosmetics, and the complete rework to the Rift mechanics and quests. And let's start with the Blood Moon event, which is happening on April 7th and will last until April 29th, and this time the gameplay mechanics have changed from the past version. Instead of the mode being about taking blood basins and having an increased launch as a killer and silent grunts as a survivor, the mode will focus on a new generator type, called the Blood Generator, which will replace 4 of the 7 generators in the match. These blood generators cannot be repaired by hand. Instead, survivors will have to pick up jerry cans and pump them with the blood pumps in order to fill these generators up. The issue with these cans is that carrying them makes a noise that the killer can hear, and also they drop trails of liquid on the ground which the killer can track when you start running. They can also kick the cans in order to remove the content inside. Blood pumps will slowly recharge their content with time, so survivors cannot use the same one constantly to fill their jerry cans. Killers can also break the blood generators, however perks will not work on them, so perks like Merciless Storm, Overcharge or Eruption will not be applied. The offerings from the past Blood Moon event will work on this one, so if you have a bunch of the eyes saved up, you can use them for this event. And just like last time, the more blood points we get as a community, the better the blood point incentive will be, up to 500%, which is the highest it can possibly go. So make sure to play on the 7th if you want to grind Kaneki to Prestige 100 as fast as possible. As for the free cosmetics, you can get a skin for the Trapper as well as Vittorio Toscano just by doing the challenges. And in the cosmetic store, there will be 4 skins that, if they work the same way as last year, will be time limited, so after this event, they will be gone. It's sad that 2 of the characters that are getting skins are characters that have barely any, so having them be time limited is kinda bad. Next up, let's talk about a change that surprised me a lot and is related to cosmetic pricing. Starting with future updates, they will completely remove the event and ultra rare categories and only keep the legendary category for any cosmetic that deserves it. A new rarity will be added, which is the Ascended Rarity, and these skins will be cosmetics in between a very rare and a legendary rarity. If you remember my legendary skins rankings, you will know that a lot of the cosmetics I rate low are skins that do not deserve the rarity, so they are actually fixing that problem, and now any skins that they consider not fit for legendary, for example skins that have 0 audio changes, will be reduced to Ascended quality. I suspect that cosmetics like Krampus Trapper, Minotaur Oni, and all of the Rift cosmetics with no animation or sounds, like the Toy Dredge, will be reduced to Ascendant quality. Honestly, to see that a video game will make cosmetics cheaper is kinda insane, considering the current gaming landscape there is, like with Valorant, so I am actually really surprised they are doing this, and I hope there will be no backlash by players who want to be compensated for the price reductions, since I do not expect a refund at all. A new mechanic that will be implemented in Dead by Daylight on the next chapter, which is coming on May 6th, is the introduction of the quest system, which will completely replace the current archives and tome section. First of all, the battle pass will be separated into its own category, called the Rift Pass, so you can access it through the lobby screen. Then, the challenges will be their own category, called Challenges, and as you can see here, they work very similar to how Fortnite and Marvel Rivals work. Basically, every week, we will get a new set of quests, and the biggest difference is that instead of choosing one of the challenges to work towards, you will work on all quests at the same time. This makes it so much easier to progress on the Rift without having to do weird stuff, as you can just play the game and progress automatically without even having to enter the quest section. Each of the future game modes will have their own quests as well, and additionally, for the duration of the Rift, everyone will get milestone quests, which are quests with various stages, and each time they become harder and harder, so you can work towards them during the entire season and get rewards passively. Daily rituals are also completely reworked, and now will be daily quests. These seem to be nerfed a lot, but they will now be significantly easier to complete, so you won't have to play a character you don't want or reroll a quest because it's from a side you don't play, so overall, they are significantly better than before. And finally, the biggest change in terms of quality of life is that you will finally be able to track challenges in-game, as you can select up to 15 quests to track inside a match, and you will be able to see how much progress is left. This is a huge W, and overall I like this system so much more than the current one. Now, what about the past challenges, you might ask? Worry not, because there will be a separate section called the archives, and those will contain every single past challenge, so you can work on them after you finish the quests of the current season, or finish them in order to get the charms and banners that are exclusive to these archives. Since the mid-chapter is coming on May 6th, this means that the PTB will most likely be around April 15th, as it's 3 weeks before that date, so make sure to stay tuned for the chapter review as well as the balance changes coming with it. Finally, something weird that they announced on the stream and that is currently done is the fact that all map variants have been deleted from the game. So for example, there is only one Batham version. A lot of players have celebrated this change, but I personally dislike it a lot, as I found the variants really cool and thought they added a lot of variation to the game. In fact, for some maps, I actually like the variants a lot more, like in the case of Ironworks of Misery or Suffocation Pit. And that's all the changes and future stuff announced with the stream, but they did say one more thing. On May 9th, Behavior will do the anniversary stream in the PAX event, which will include the Five Nights at Freddy's DLC showcase. Let me know what you think of these changes, thank you for watching and have a nice day.